Do you remember how we kissed in the kitchen as the coffee pours? By the end my face was sore from your stubble, but I still wanted more. And all the miles that we spent in the air, where we're going I don't care. I'm just so glad that you were there that night in the restaurant, because I got to say, so I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do? So I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do now? Make me feel loved and treasured. You are water in the desert, my fox, my missing puzzle piece. You make me feel loved, protected. Boy, we could talk forever on the couch, sipping bourbon, please. And in the morning we will start up the French press. I'll be thinking to myself, how did I get so lucky? Your heart is sweet like honey. And in the evenings when we settle in bed, it's like you're in my head. How did I get so lucky? So I say it again and again. So I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do? So I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do now? Make me feel loved and treasured. You are water in the desert, my fox, my missing puzzle piece. You make me feel loved, protected. Boy, we could talk forever on the couch, sipping bourbon, please. Making out in the back of that Prius, no bikes in there to interrupt us. In your favorite spot behind my ear where nothing in the world can touch us. Sometimes you take my breath away. I hope I never forget to say, so I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do? So I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do now? Make me feel loved and treasured. You are water in the desert, my fox, my missing puzzle piece. You make me feel loved, protected. Or we could talk forever on the couch, sipping bourbon, please. So I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do? So I'm in love with you. What are we gonna do now? It all started with a wink, an unassuming little thing that has led us here today. She was not one for the bar. We only lived mere miles apart, more like a second chance away. We had both loved and lost, and we'd both been on first dates. But this one was different. And now I say, I saw fireworks that day in every way. I saw fireworks for the second time in 2 days. Battled distance through the years, weekend flights and talk all nights, growing closer, sharing fears. I took you to the mountaintop and bent the knee when we got off. You were smiling ear to ear. We had both loved and lost, but we can start again. This time we're different, so now we say, I saw fireworks that day. I saw fireworks for the second time in 2 days. You're my fireworks every day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're my fireworks. Let's never change anything. Let's never change anything. I met you on Franklin Street, a couple kids inside the big city, smoking heaters in the back alley. I even made you cry once. Andrew's diner for lunch each day, walking the river till our worries fade. Chet Baker on an old cassette, singing Let's Get Lost. You moved away, I stayed behind. I was in love but I didn't want to say it. You were the girl who walked through walls, and there were times I thought you might be too, but the timing was just off. Now we don't have to hold back, and darling, I just love that we got forever after all. We were both married, we both had children. How could it all work? Who were we kidding? I stopped listening to all those songs, and leaving messages on your machine was too painful to keep in touch. It only brought me to what could have been. 15 years passed, I saw your name. I wrote you, you wrote back. Everything felt the same. I fell in love but I didn't want to say it to the girl walk through walls. And there were times I thought she might be too, but we were too afraid to fall. Now we don't have to hold back. And darling, I just love that. You're my forever after all. We met up in Chicago in the hot sun by the lake. I took a picture just in case it was the last time we did this. I was in love and I finally could say it to the girl who walked through walls. And at the moment you said you were too, I heard wedding bells call. And we don't have to hold back. Darling, I just love that. And in case you're still wondering, you are still the top. Let me welcome you to Harvest. Would you mind if we got started? Cause I see you as a rolling field, trapped inside a studio apartment. Let me hold on to you until you can see every play. And I will tell you something that I figured out the hard way. Heaven knows I do find a peace, paradise hidden in the weeds, but not just me in real life. Love that no one can take away. It's a little more to every day, but not just me in real life. The cold gets in your jacket. Sometimes you just hear static. It doesn't mean you gotta change your ways. That's just life some days. Don't go messing with your heart. Don't you go messing with your heart. That's the only thing that beats the same. It reminds you from where you came. Heaven knows that you found a peace, paradise hidden in the just me in real life, just me in real life. Love that no one can take away. It gets a little more to every day, but not just me in real life, just me in real life. Can you feel like who are you deep down? Can you feel not trying to be someone else? Who are you deep down? We are not trying to be somebody else. Heaven knows I do find a piece of paradise hidden in the weeds when I get to see you in real life. It's just you in real life. Heaven knows I do find a piece of paradise hidden in the weeds, but it is paradise. Just be you. Love that no one can take away. It's a little more to every day. Just me in real life. We don't need a destination, let's go where the river's taking us. Over fields and through the country, letting go of everything but us. Over the rainbow. If we hold tight, we can chase the Mississippi through the night, hundreds of miles away. The water is warm, let's dip our toes right in and be reborn. I don't know why we'd wait. Grab sunglasses and the atlas, we can prove we're smarter than a phone. Let's go where there's no reception, see if we can make it on our own. Breathe deep in your chest. If we hold tight, we can chase the Mississippi through the night, hundreds of miles away. The water is warm, let's dip our toes right in and be reborn. I don't know why we'd wait. The water's warm, let's be reborn. The water's warm, let's be reborn. We don't need a destination, let's go where the river's taking us. Over fields and through the country, letting go of everything but us. If we hold tight, we can chase the Mississippi through the night, hundreds of miles away. The water is warm, let's dip our toes right in and be reborn. I don't know why we'd wait. We don't need a destination, let's go where the river's taking us. You leave me notes before you leave, and lipstick on the bathroom mirror. The way you love could part the sea. I'm thankful that you want me, dear. Do you think about how these paths all lead us to somewhere? Do you think about traveling and growing old? A couple of kids when I was holding your hair back. Now we got our own future, our own stretch of road. The way you dress up on a warm night still gives me the shivers. I will confess you to the starlight when we go down to the river. Making up takes little time, because you laugh when you get mad. And when I wrap my arms around you, suddenly we just forget. Do you think about where we're living, kids in the front yard? Do you think about traveling and growing old? Put a couple of fences up so dogs don't escape when mailman delivers us a pot of gold. The way you dress up on a warm night still gives me the shivers. I will confess you to the starlight when we go down to the river. I used to vast and great unknown. But now I'll never face that world alone. You leave me notes before you leave, and lipstick on the bathroom mirror. The way your love is shaking me, I'm thankful that you want me here. The way you dress up on a warm night still gives me the shivers. I will confess you to the starlight when we go down to the river. The way you dress up on a warm night still gives me the shivers. Still gives me the shivers. The way you dress up on a warm night still gives me the shivers. I don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today. And when it's cold in the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. We don't need plans or a fancy agenda. Well, let's just see where it goes. We got no care for the way people stare at the dust and the dirt on our clothes. Hey, my friend, we'll never say remember when, if we keep on making memories where we stand, where we stand. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. And go put on that old wedding dress now. Probably still fits like a glove. And tell the band to play one more slow song, 'cause you still have all my love. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. Let's get happy before we get old. No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get happy before we get old. You're on a hair trigger, baby. I say it because I love you, but it's driving me crazy, and I think it could be trouble. I'll try to stay dignified, but I'm worried that I'll say the wrong was clearer. I hope you know you're doing damage, so please try not to take advantage. Try to stop your heart from racing. Try to remember who you're facing. Lord knows that I've been patient, but I don't have a lot left. Late nights on the highway never take you far. It doesn't matter where you end up, 'cause your problems will meet you wherever you are. You're in love with the interstate, while I'm cleaning up every mess you made. If those are the cards you're always gonna play, then best stay away, best stay away. Late nights on the highway never take you far. It doesn't matter where you end up, 'cause your problems will meet you wherever you are. Why do you leave whenever times get bad? Late nights on the highway, we'll turn the car around right now, we'll never come back. Tonight I leave familiar for the great unknown. Got a couple broken arrows and my hair is grown since you saw me last, talking on an old flip phone. Today I shared the skin of who I used to be. Got Sinatra on a 45, I'm buzzing like a bee. Just hoping you'll come fly with me. I took a Greyhound down to Georgia, then a rental up to Maine. But how I hope for California in the spring. Tonight I leave the only home I've ever known. Got a couple $100 that I'm gonna blow on a used guitar, a Fender or an Epiphone. What doesn't kill me makes me wonder and think of what the future will bring. But how I hope for California in the spring. Open road now, gonna find a place where my heart hits the ground. City light shine, and it gives me a rush of adrenaline every time. I'm on my way, gonna catch that plane, try not to get lost in the Everglades. And the start of a dream is a story deciding to change. Go find the change. I took a bus back down to Nashville, in Carolina in my mind. But I hope for California one more time. Open road now, gonna find a place where my heart hits the ground. City lights now, gonna find Walk, come walk with me. Feel the breeze, come walk with me. Oh, and dance, come dance with me. Shuffle your feet, come dance with me. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. When life, it gets you down, steals your crown, and breaks your will. Oh, I'll pick you up, brush off the dust, and hold you still. I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And go to sleep, my darling. Oh, the night is getting darker. You can dream about tomorrow, and I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And I will tell you when you're older how I love you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. It never mattered from where you came. It never mattered from where you came. A small town in a little oasis where my big dreams were gonna take me places. I would make bets with the rising sun and tell him all I had done. Well, late night walks into Lindbergh Park, and sometimes I'd kiss a girl even after dark. And I never had to shout, 'cause I could hear my thoughts out loud. I just wanna make you proud. And Little Falls, you're a small town, honey, rich in love but not in money. Even if I change my tempo, not gonna let go of everything you meant to me. And Little Falls, you will stay my home. And if I move on when I am full grown, I will still make bets with the rising sun, like I did when I was young. Not all my memories are good though, but I wouldn't change them if I could, no. Big smiles and ridiculous laughter, I will fold that in and remember where I begin. You are my next of kin. Little Falls, you're a small town, honey, rich in love but not in money. Even if I change my tempo, not gonna let go of everything you meant to me. And Little Falls, you will stay my home. And if I move on when I am full grown, I will still make bets with the rising sun, like I did when I was young. I see you on the main street, I see you on Broadway, 'cause there is always room for two. I see you on the main street, I see you on Broadway, 'cause 'cause there is always room for you. Little Falls, you're a small town, honey. Rich in love, but not in money. Even if I change my tempo, not gonna let go of everything you meant to me. And Little Falls, you will stay my home. And if I move on when I am full grown, I will still make bets with the rising sun, like I did when I was young. Like I did when I was young. Like I did when I was young. In my mailbox. Sometimes love ain't meant to last forever. It turns me back into the stone man I was before. Been diving back into that Tennessee whiskey. At least it has the decency to tell me it missed me. Open all my windows, lock the front door, and it'll be a cold day in hell before I let you back into my bed. And it'll be a cold day in hell before these thoughts of you fill up my head. I'm holding on. I'm holding on and letting you go. Too numb to feel the wind across my face. Too blind to see the shadows dancing in their place. Too wise to ever let you walk back in through the door. And it'll be a cold day in hell before I let you back into my bed. And it'll be a cold day in hell before these thoughts of you fill up my head. I'm holding on. I am holding on. I'm saying goodbye one last time. I'm saying goodbye. It'll be a cold day in hell before I let you back into my bed. And it'll be a cold day in hell before these thoughts of you fill up my head. And it'll be a cold day in hell before I let you back into my bed. It'll be a cold day in hell before these thoughts of you fill up my head. Never thought that the world could be turned upside down in a simple game of hide and seek. But that night in the rain, the music just stopped, and I think that's when you saved me. I pray that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. And if by chance you pray for me, one by one, let's be. Climbed up on the roof, but I never looked down, 'cause I'd already found the height of me. You spelled your name in the stars, but it's time to confess, I lied when I pretended to see. I pray that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. And if by chance you pray for me, one by one we'll be. I pray that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. I'm hoping that you pray for me. One by one, let's be. Made a list of promises to you. I just had to write them down and say them out loud. I feel so lucky that God gave me you. You lift up everyone around. I can't believe what I found. Manon, will you take my hand? Just smile and say, catch me if you can. I wanna take the longest trail with you, the one that starts right when we say I do. From Mary Hall to Brianna Drive to Grand Marais and up the mountainside, we'll keep chasing this, our love so true. Forever only running after you. Now I can't wait for the children we will raise. I hope that they have your heart and you smile. Well, they used to be their home was anywhere I was, and now it's only by your side. I wanna take the longest trail with you, the one that starts right when we say I do. From Mary Hall to Brianna Drive to Grand Marais and up the mountainside, we'll keep chasing this our love so true. Through thick and thin, and even when the world has other plans, no matter what we face and where we land, well, I will always be your man, be your man. I wanna take the longest trail with you, the one that starts right when we say I do. From Mary Hall to Brianna Drive to Grand Marais and up the mountainside, we'll keep chasing this our love so true. I wanna take the longest trail with you, the one that starts right when we say I do. From Mary Hall to Brianna Drive to Grand Marais and up the mountainside, and you know that you're my best friend too. I'm so thankful that God gave me you, forever only running after you, forever only running after you. The train's passing by our bedroom window. It feels like the writing's on the wall. You try your best to reassure me, but lately I don't believe you at all. It takes time to build up some kind of mountain. It takes strength just to sit and watch it fall. We can hope that it all wasn't for nothing, but for now I will just wait out in the hall. If I can't change your mind, then I wanna change for you every single night. Pick my clothes, run my life, 'cause I wanna change for you every single night. It's better than saying goodbye. It's better than saying goodbye. I know that this all sounds self-destructive, but I'll be the first to make it work. Use your hands and control me like a puppet, because losing your love right now is worse. We can hope that it all wasn't for nothing, but for now I will just wait out in the hall. If I can't change your mind, then I wanna change for you every single night. Pick my clothes, run my life, 'cause I wanna change for you every single night. It's better than saying goodbye. I wanna change for you. It's better than saying goodbye. It's better than saying goodbye. I'll change for you. It's better than saying goodbye. Where you been, darling? Chasing after God in a wayward car. It's time to get started. I can hear the echoes from where you are when all you got is breaking. It's hard to feel the ground underneath your feet when everybody just remember how to set it all free. Life ain't making sense again. Close your eyes and count to 10. I can see a little smile when you think of where you've been. If life ain't making sense again, thunder and lightning, chasing fireflies in your parents' car, just trees and power lines when we were holding hands in the flashing dark. Let's go back there and lie down. Life ain't making sense again. Close your eyes and count to 10. I can see a little smile when you think of where you've been. If life ain't making sense again, nah, and we gave it up now. For what? Faster cars, designer clothes, and air that's full of chemical. And we're going back now. For what? Fields are green to build a fire where you can see for miles and miles. We're not making sense again, but you make sense as my new friend. Will you look into my eyes and then fall into my skin when I'm not making sense again? When life ain't making sense again, you can always call a friend. Take a look into their eyes or just fall into their skin. If life ain't making sense again, life ain't making sense again, close your eyes and count to 10. I can see a little smile when you think of where you've been. If life ain't making sense again, come on, come on, come on, come know the weather will get colder, that it can't always be spring. And when I pushed you in a stroller, you were looking up, singing life like a church hymn. You are gonna find your place, child. Of that much I know, I'm sure. Keep on laughing at the rain, I guess. Isn't that the place to start? Someday you will be stronger than you are now, but you will not know everything. And when the water's spilling over the bow, you'll still have me in the wings. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. Your mother like she's made of gold. After all, she brought you here. And if you're lost, go see the ocean. It will always help you steer. Someday you will be stronger than you are now. But you will not know everything. And when the water's spilling over the bow, you'll still have me in the wings. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. Someday I will be weaker than I am now, and I still won't know everything. But when I'm passing up and over the clouds, I hope that you'll have learned from me. Someday you will be stronger than you are now, but you will not know everything. When the water's spilling over the bow, you'll still have me in the wings. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. You gotta get up to get down, kid. You gotta get down to get up again. You gotta get up to get down, kid. Hey, you gotta get down to get up again. I was not your family, I was a stranger to you once, but you treated me like we had the same blood. I drove up to a cabin, to Wisconsin in the woods. We shot fireworks and drank till we felt good. And the sky was clear in that summer air. You showed me so much kindness, I do not understand. Who puts that kind of soul inside a man? And you always say the same thing, we believe in you. It was a little thing for us that we just wanted to do. The night I met your family, the night I met your friends, there were plates of buttered shrimp and hungry hands. And as the fireworks were dying, the whiskey shots were flying, at 2 a.m. something's cooking in the oven. The sun is rising in the eastern sky. You showed me so much kindness, I do not understand. Puts that kind of soul inside a man. And you always say the same thing, we believe in you. It was a little thing for us that we just wanted to do. Someday I'll make you proud, as proud as I am now. When I think of that day, I smile clear and loud. And I always say the same thing: God sent those folks to me to clear some brush off of the path to Tennessee, and to help me be the man I want to be. You showed me so much kindness I do not understand. Who puts that kind of soul inside a man? And now you always say the same thing: we believe in you. It was a little thing for us that we just wanted to do. Before you're here, I'll make you up. Inside my mind, my future love. It's taken so long to feel what I say, but it's never been about me anyway. You look me in the eyes and I'm brand new. There's only one thing that's left to do. I'll bring you home, all wrapped in white. You've got my nose and your mother's eyes. Sneak into the room, you sleeping. Every little moment sure feels fleeting. If I'm not ready, dear God, can you hold me steady? 'Cause the weight in my arms isn't heavy, but to see this face I've waited all my life. From your reaction. If I'm not ready, dear God, can you hold me steady? 'Cause the weight in my arms isn't heavy, but to see this face I've waited all my life. If I'm not ready, dear God, can you hold me steady? 'Cause the weight in my arms isn't heavy, dear God, can you hold me steady? Before you're here, the world is here and static, but I am asymptomatic. I'm the only one out here on the floor. The foundation is shaking and the windows all are breaking, but I'm not about to run for the door. Save yourself by never wishing you were somebody else. Stay for the fire and swim through the night of the with somebody else and draw that line so you can see it even when you go blind. Step on the fire and swim through the night of the flood. Hold up your lighter and sing for the ones that you lost. The world is here and static, but I am asymptomatic. I'm the only one out here on the floor. The foundation is shaking and the windows all are breaking, but I'm not about to run for the door. I'm not about to run for the door. I'm not about to run for the door. I wanna show you what it feels like. I'm not about to run for the door. I wanna show you what it feels like. I wanna show you what it feels like. Step on the fire and swim through the night of the flood. Hold up your lighter and sing for the ones that you lost. I wanna show you what it feels like. Step on the fire and swim through the night of the flood. Hold up your lighter and sing for the ones that you lost. Hold up your lighter and sing for the ones that you lost. Ain't nothing stronger than the people we love. Walking down the avenue where we used to play. The house on the corner is still the same today as it was when we were children, innocent as innocent can be. I borrowed all your records, you borrowed mine from me. We sat and talked for hours in a box hung in a tree, and we stole your daddy's last bottle of gin. Those were the times, those were the ways. So take me back, so take me back to the good old days. Looking back from here, I can see that we were blind to the burdens we would shoulder and the struggles we would find. But growing made us strong as strong can be. Those were the times, those were the ways. So take me back, so take me back to the good old days. Ice cream until our heads hurt. We were trading candy bars and sticks of bubble gum, trying not to laugh in church. Do you remember? Like I remember. And oh, those were the times. Ooh, those were the ways. Oh, so take me back, take me back. Oh, oh. guess I never really said so. I've never gathered my possessions in a knapsack and tossed it over my shoulder. I guess I never really let go of all this crazy world. And I've been searching for an echo, a sound that hits my ears like raindrops on a Saturday morning. But I'm a forest in a meadow in all this crazy world. And please don't show me pictures of the man I used to be, 'cause those days are just my fiction. The beautiful con artistry. I never lived my life in pretend. I never made my decisions like a portrait in an art museum. I'm too concerned with the reaction of all this crazy world. And please don't show me pictures of that man I used to be, 'cause those days are just my fiction. My beautiful con artistry. And now baby, please don't show me pictures of that man I used to be, 'cause those days are just my fiction. My beautiful con artistry. I guess I never really set sail. Never gathered my possessions in a knapsack, threw it over my shoulder. Guess I never really let go of all this crazy world. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, and our stomachs have eyes. We take a seat at the table as the sun splits through the open blinds. Dolly's barking from the front yard. She wants to come inside. Yeah, I got a sweet suspicion these are good times, that our sunrise would come, and that our goodbyes are never gone. I say feel that rhythm, let your mind let go, picking up on the subtle signals of your slide. The self is disconnected, all the things we had perfected when the wind changed with all its might. I think we better learn sometime. I think we better learn sometime. Now we're walking through the courtyard and leaves roll over our shoestrings. So we speak of family and love, the only true things. I know that vanity is dead. The queen says off with its head, and we can lay under the clouds, saying that we'll be proud of the men we became, and that our sunrise would still come, and that our goodbye are never gone, never gone, never gone. So yeah, say feel that rhythm, let your mind let go, picking up on the subtle signals of your sight. The self is disconnected, all the things we had perfected when the wind changed with all its might. I think we better learn sometime. I think we better learn sometime. Well, do you see that wall? Go ahead and knock it down. And do you see my face? I'll always be around. I say feel that rhythm, let your mind let go, picking up on the subtle signals of your sight. The self is disconnected, all the things we had perfected when the wind changed with all its might. I think we better learn sometime, yeah. I think we better learn sometime, yeah. Nah, nah, ooh. I think we better learn sometime. Called you from a payphone out of Dallas. You told me my opinions were invalid, saying I was too far from home to have a say. You asked me what it is that I am seeking. I told you if I knew that I would seek it. It's easier to find what you want when you know what you don't. And I've seen this town before. Comes up promising like the sunlight before it closes all its doors. So tell me all the finer points I'm missing. Explain to me the nuance of your industry, but afterwards I'll still be inside my own head. Your words are only useful on the upswing. In a downward spiral they are overwhelming. A dead letter and a sideways rush of blood. I've been counting all the money in my pockets. I'm old enough to know what not a lot is. Sleeping on the couches of friends who are already married. And I've heard this song before. The man who gives his life to something that doesn't exist anymore. So tell me all the finer points I'm missing. Explain to me the nuance of your industry, but afterwards I'll still be inside my own head. Your words are only useful on the upswing. In a downward spiral they're overwhelming. A dead letter and a sideways rush of blood. And the clock goes round and round. The years are adding up and then they're counting down. And the clock goes round and round. The years are adding up and then they're counting down. In my head, as if I were better off instead. I called you from a payphone out of Dallas. You told me my opinions were invalid, saying I was too young, I was too far away to have a say.